The pen had always been mightier than the sword. He who controls the media, controls the narrative, controls the people. This is why Naspers, the owner of the overwhelming majority of all media outlets in South Africa, from DStv to News24, is willing to operate at a loss of 1 million rands per day. That is every single day losing 1 million rands. For them, it is worth the cost to keep controlling the narrative. Yet, even for a multi-billion-dollar company like Naspers, the burden of bearing the cost of turning their own readers against them every day is becoming too heavy to bear. You see, the Sunday paper City Press shutting down over the past weekend is part of a much bigger story. The reality that South Africa's mainstream media empire cannot afford to run at a loss of 1 million rands, or for our American viewers, $55,000 every single day anymore. For decades, Naspers completely controlled South Africa's national conversation, the entire narrative, through their massive newspaper empires that reached millions of people every single day. But today, that old media machine is collapsing at an astonishing speed in front of our very eyes. And as legacy newspapers shut down one after another, smaller independent operations such as ours on this channel are increasingly stepping into the vacuum being left behind by the mainstream media. One of South Africa's most iconic newspapers died this past weekend. After more than 4 decades in operation, the final edition of City Press was officially published on Sunday, the 10th of May 2026. Bringing an end to a publication that for 43 years played a major role in shaping this country's political landscape and the narrative. The paper, which always appealed to the black urban middle class audience, had already ceased its physical print edition back in December 2024, almost 2 years ago. Yet, at this time, management hoped that the City Press brand could survive as an online-only publication integrated into News24. But by February this year, the media house who owns the newspaper Media24 confirmed that it had begun formal consultations to completely shut down the newsroom entirely, stating that the digital-only model had completely failed to meet commercial expectations. City Press is effectively the third Media24 newspaper to have been completely discontinued both on paper and digitally on the internet in the last year and a half. The City Press was founded in 1982 as a Sunday newspaper under the name Golden City Press, but soon it dropped the first word in its name and from 1983 onwards only became known as City Press. The reason for its original name lies in the fact that its owner and founder, Jim Bailey, initially sought to re-establish his tabloid of the 1950s and 60s called the Golden City Post, which had largely focused on the social scene in Sophiatown, Johannesburg, specifically featuring locals, jazz singers, boxers, cover girls along with their stories, while also at the same time making dedicated anti-apartheid propaganda. Bailey's initial plan did not work out, and within the first year of its launch, the Golden City Press was bought by Naspers and published as City Press as a Sunday newspaper ever since. And like many Sunday papers, City Press focused heavily on long-form political reporting, investigations, social commentary, features, lifestyle issues, and entertainment. Its audience was mostly black, liberal to center-left leaning middle class people, mostly in Gauteng, during the 90s and 2000s. It was often seen as broadly aligned with the aspirations of the emerging black middle class. Outside of Gauteng, the paper also had a significant audience in cities like Durban, Bloemfontein, and Port Elizabeth. As a printed newspaper, the height of its circulation was around 220,000 copies per weekly edition in the mid to late 2000s. Before, of course, the decline started thereafter. So much so that by 2024, its circulation had dropped to just over 11,000. a decline of 95% in just over a decade. By the end of that year, the printed edition was of course discontinued, and today the newspaper has finally closed its offices for good. But City Press isn't the only mainstream media outlet to be dealt the final and fatal blow in recent years. Between 2008 and 2024, the major regional Afrikaans newspaper Die Burger, which was always distributed in the Western and Eastern Cape, saw its circulation drop from 91,000 in 2008 to just 34,000 in 2024, which is a drop, of course, of around 63%. And while Media24 has shifted its focus to its digital platforms, online subscriptions still aren't even a fraction of what paper circulation used to be. And what is more, even online subscriptions to Media24's mainstream media outlets such as News24, Netwerk 24, as well as other niche platforms such as Landbou Weekblad have now started to decline. Last year in September, it was reported that the total number of digital subscribers to all of Media24's outlets had even started to decline, dropping from just over 212,000 in March to just over 211,000 in September. Compare this to the mid-2000s, continuing up to even 2014, when Naspers' news outlets made well over 1 million physical newspaper sales every single day if you count all of the different newspapers they used to control. Taking this into account, it means that even with the rise of online internet subscriptions, the total readership over the past decade has declined by over 80%. This means that only 20% of the people that used to read their newspapers still read their content on the internet. The reality is that Media24 hasn't been a profitable enterprise for a very long time, and it is only being kept alive by Naspers using the profits generated by its Chinese technology empire. You see, in its latest results, Media24 reported that revenue fell by 38% year-on-year after the company shut down much of its print newspaper business and shifted towards a digital-first strategy. The company's adjusted earnings before interest and taxes came in at a negative $10 million according to the latest biannual report. Meaning, of course, the entire company is running at a massive loss, with its revenue plummeting year on year. The only reason Naspers itself remains enormously wealthy, and the only reason it is able to keep this extremely unprofitable Media24 running in South Africa, is that at the start of the century, it transformed from a traditional newspaper company in South Africa into a Chinese tech investment giant through the venture as the early investment in the little-known Chinese tech company Tencent, which would later become the world's largest video game vendor. Buying shares in Tencent turned out to be one of the most successful venture investments in corporate history, transforming Naspers from a local media company into what we can call a global tech and investment powerhouse. In 2019, it even spun off its international internet assets into a separate entity called Prosus, which is of course listed on the Amsterdam Stock Exchange in the Netherlands, thereby further expanding its global investment portfolio. In practice, this means the massive profits and asset value generated by Naspers' international tech holdings are heavily subsidizing its South African media enterprise, Media24. And in this way, it has managed to maintain Media24 as the only real media empire in this country. But the reality is that in terms of reaching the actual audience, it now no longer holds anything close to the power and relevance and influence that it used to. Well, they are willing to lose that R1 million every single day just to hold on to the little bit of power that they still have left, controlling the political narrative in this country and keeping people like you and me in the dark to what really is going on by writing pieces and articles that they know are not in the interest of you and me. The reality is that the mainstream or legacy media in South Africa is in absolute financial freefall due to their own fault, because they willingly went out and wrote articles every single day that is not in the interest of their readers, while at the same time, alternative and independent digital media ecosystems have expanded dramatically because they are tapping into that market, actually producing content to you that betters your life, actually producing content to you as the viewer that is in your own interest. The monopoly that Naspers in South Africa used to rely on in terms of owning printing presses and distributing systems and advertising has all but been destroyed by the new era of the internet, the era in which we now firmly find ourselves. And today, a small independent operation with a loyal audience such as the one we run here at the Willem Petzer Group on this YouTube channel can now compete directly with institutions that once employed thousands of journalists and had operating expenses of in the millions of dollars a month and dominated the national discourse. Of course, not competing on a financial level, but competing on a level of influence that we exert on the public and the discourse going on in South Africa and frankly abroad. This is an absolutely vital shift in our ongoing fight for freedom in this country because, as we pointed out in a recent video on this channel, Media24, for example, as a publishing house, has long been actively driving a destructive political agenda in support of the current government under the ANC or whatever garbage we have in this country right now. Check out that full report explaining how this is happening by clicking on this link appearing on your screen right here, which, like in today's video, that video also highlights the importance of supporting the rise of alternative media, such as our channel. We here truly work in your interest. We don't have an agenda, so please do consider supporting our work by becoming a paying member. Simply follow the easy steps on the banner below, make us stronger that maybe one day we can overtake the influence of the mainstream media. Thank you for watching, thank you for signing up, goodbye, and God bless.